Hey everybody, this is your friendly neighborhood therapist, Alfonso. Hope that you're already having an amazing day on purpose. Did you know that there was such a thing as being too available to people? Did you know that there are folk who are peace snatchers? Did you know that there are people who would be the cause for you not resting and you not sleeping? Hang right there. I got a message for you. You don't want to miss this one. This is your friendly neighborhood therapist, Alfonso. I just wanted to take this time to do a video to warn you about something. There are people that I have dubbed the peace snatchers, P-E-A-C-H snatchers. You ever notice that there are some people, no matter what happens, there's always something going on in their world? And if you have something going on, they actually have an inability to be sympathetic to what you have going on because they always need that energy. If you have a headache, they have a stomach ache. If you have a stomach ache, they have pain in their chest. If you have pain in your chest, then they think they have a brain tumor. Some people, and I don't want this to come across as being denigrating, but there are some people who lack the desire to be empathic and to engage in a level of self-awareness that they realize every time I call this person, it's always because something is wrong. Sometimes you have to tell a person, no, I'm not available. Sometimes you have to tell a person, you know what, maybe you need to talk to a therapist. Maybe you need to talk to somebody else. But there are some people who thrive on sympathy. There are some people who thrive on bending your ear because they know that you're always available. The best thing that you can do for some people, the best thing you can tell some people is that I'm just not available. Now, eventually they'll get the message, but if you have this erroneous belief that it's your job to be the stopgap measure for those individuals, you'll end up killing yourself because their need for sympathy, their need for attention is what we call insatiable. It is incapable of being satisfied, and they will bend your ear and burn you out if you're not careful. And then you know what happens when you're burned out, they just go and find somebody else. And actually what happens, the more they talk to you, the more you talk to them, they are refreshing, they are reinventing whatever it is that's going on with them so that when they get the next virgin ear, they have practiced it to a point that they come across as just being so credible. And these individuals seem like they're just one epiphany, one revelation away from being helped. The reason I'm telling you this is because quite often when I'm seeing people for depression and anxiety, do you know it's not even about what's going on in their own world? I asked several people a question last week. If you could remove the problem in relationships that you have with some people out of your lives, what stress would you really have? And do you know most of them looked up and looked around and they said, you know what, Alfonso? Most of my stress comes from relationships. And then you can narrow it down to a few people. Do this. Take an inventory of the people that you have in your life, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your associates. I guarantee you there is that one person who, when you see their name come up on the caller ID, you start to feel a little queasy in your stomach because you already know that it's going to be a problem. As I said before, we're not denigrating individuals who truly have issues. Hey, that's what I do all day. It's not even 8:30 on a Wednesday morning, and I've already dealt with people with cancer and have some other things that I won't even name on camera because it just may be a little bit too much. But when I interact with my family, when I interact with my friends, I already know, depending upon who it is, I already know what I'm in for. So what I do is allocate a period of time that I can take some of those calls, and then for the most part, I turn my phone off. Individuals like that, as I said before, they thrive They thrive on attention. They thrive on sympathy. There's a cluster of disorders in my field called fabricated or induced illnesses or factitious disorders. This is where individuals will actually act as if they're sick. They will make themselves sick. And in the case of a disorder like Munchausen syndrome by proxy, they'll even make somebody else sick so that they can get the sympathy. It is an illness that some people have that if they are not getting attention, they don't feel alive. That's not your problem, and you cannot be the solution. Please, please, please listen to your friendly neighborhood therapist, Alfonso, today. I need for you to really take an inventory of the stress that you deal with and the people that you have in your life that tend to bring that stress. And you know what you're going to have to do? Let me move a little closer. You're going to have a very real and matter-of-fact conversation with those people and let them know. Every time you call, every time you come over, there's always something wrong. I can't deal with it because it's stressing me. If the issues are that bad, then maybe you need to talk to a professional. If you're already talking to a professional, maybe you need to talk to two or get another one. It is not your job. It is not your responsibility to be the Tylenol, to be the Lexapro, to be the Prozac for somebody whose issue really is not so much incurable as much as it is insatiable. If they're not talking to you, they're talking to somebody else. And check this out. Even when they're talking to you, they're talking to somebody else also. Because once you get off the phone with them, once they leave your house, once you leave their house, they're not satisfied. They're going to go find the next person. Since they've already rehearsed it with you, they now have more ammunition to rehearse it with the next person. You guys know what I love to say. I am absolutely, positively, madly in love with you. I want you to be the best version of yourself so that you can get the maximum enjoyment out of the time that we have here. You guys have a wonderful day. Hey, if you disagree with anything I've said or if you have some thoughts about it, do me a favor. Leave me a comment down in the section. And if this video has helped you in any way, please do your friendly neighborhood therapist, Alfonso, a favor. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to put a video right here. Something else is going to help you to take better care of yourself. You all have an amazing day on purpose. Hey, do one more thing for me. On purpose today, reach down and help pull somebody else up. No greater feeling will you ever have in life than knowing that you've helped somebody who can't do anything in return. Y'all have a blessed day.